Hi and welcome to class. This is what we're about to make here, a Macedoine of vegetable with some avocado and shrimp and a little bouquet of lettuce. So to make that beautiful salad, I'm going to need some shrimps, again 8 shrimps, 2 avocado, depending on how large they are, 1 to 2. Some mayonnaise, I have 50 grams of mayonnaise here, 70 grams of French beans, 70 grams of carrots, turnips, green peas. Some parsley, salt and pepper, a little bit of ketchup, brandy, and some lettuce leaves for decoration. Terms that I may use as I go on are à l'anglaise, which à l'anglaise means to cook a vegetable in a large amount of salted water. When they cooked, we quickly remove them and shock them into a nice bath. This is just to make sure we stop the cooking process of those vegetables. So we ice them right away. Then we remove them and we dry them. As you can see here, I have those vegetables that have been cooked earlier, and I keep them in this paper towel just to dry them out. Watch out, in a restaurant, in some state, in the United States, you are not allowed to store those in a paper towel like that in your kitchen, restaurant kitchen, health violation, so don't do it in a restaurant kitchen. Huh? Here I have some Macedoine, the cut precisely will be 0.5 centimeter cubes. That's the right size for a Macedoine. What we want actually is to make sure that all those vegetables kind of are the same size, so when we cook them, they're all cooked at the same rate. This is very important. If I have some small one and large one, then the small one will be completely overcooked by the time the large piece is cooked. So to make sure it's even cooking. And also for aesthetic, because it gives a nice, it's nice to see your nice little cubes of vegetable that look alike on a plate. So for that dish, we want to do a nice little Macedoine. Now, if it's not completely square and you like it, that's what's important. And the other word that I have here is court bouillon, which means a short broth. We make a short broth usually when we want to poach different kind of seafoods. It's a combination of carrot, onion, celery, a little bouquet garni, what we call a mirepoix. And we put that in some cold water. We bring it to a simmer, let it cook for 30 minutes. Add a little bit of acidity to it. Could be some white wine, some vinegar, lemon juice, depending what you have available and the flavor you want from it. And we just let it cook another 15-20 minutes till it relieves all its flavor. Then we'll strain it and we have it to cook our vegetable. Sometimes you don't even need to strain it. You could just add your vegetable to it, or your shrimp or your seafood, whatever it needs to cook into that short broth, court bouillon. I'm also going to do a little French terminology here and a French translation, because some of you ask me how we translate some vegetable from French to English or English to French. So for the one we're using, for these ingredients here, some of them I'm going to tell you how we call them in French. Shrimp, crevette. An avocado will be called in French un avocat. Avocat. Your carrot, we call it carotte. Carotte. Very similar, huh? That one is easy. Turnips. Turnips is navet. Un navet. Navet. Turnips. Then you have the small peas or your green peas. We call them petits pois. Petits pois. And parsley, persil. Du persil, s'il vous plaît. Okay, so that was for a little French lesson added to that cooking class. So I'm going to take my carrots, put them in my bowl here. My French beans. Green peas. And those turnips. I'm going to mix them a little bit like that, and then I'm going to season them. Add my mayonnaise to it. I have a little extra here, just in case I'm a little short. Some salt, grounded pepper. And I'm delicately, very delicately, going to mix the vegetable together. We will of course check on the seasoning. You need to test your food to make sure it's well seasoned. Because after, when it's in the plate, it's not the same when you add salt or pepper to it. Okay, this is ready, this is seasoned. I'm going to keep that aside now, and I'm going to move on to the rest of my preparation. That was the mayonnaise for my Macedoine. Now, I have a little extra mayonnaise here. I'm going to put that in that recipient, and I'm going to do what we call a Russian dressing. Mayonnaise, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of good brandy, and you season all that together. And here you just made a beautiful Russian dressing. And Macedoine originally come from Macedoine, which is a little country in the east of Europe, and Russia is not too far from it, so I'm not sure if the dressing and the Macedoine has anything to do together. I think there is. Anyway, me those, they're going to go with my shrimps. Now I'm going to take my shrimps, and I'm going to show you how you can devein your shrimps. It's very easy. I cook them in the shell, those shrimps. I might prefer to cook them in the shell when I can and peel them after, because I'm getting more flavor out of them, since I get that flavor from the shell, which is so good. Here, I'm putting my knife this way here under the shell, and I'm going to cut coming off up this way. Then I'm going to remove the shell like that. Now I want to check here, sometimes you have a vein that you want to pull this way, and I'm just cutting it in half like that. Okay, here is part of the vein. Here it is. Put that here. And you do that with all the shrimps. So as I cut my shrimp, you see I have all of them now in front of me, tail facing me, and going all the same way here. This is important. This is because in that bowl here I'm going to put the top one this way. Like that, and in the other bowl, the other one. So now I'm going to season those individually here. Taking some of my sauce, not too much, just a little bit. A little salt, a little pepper, and we're going to mix that like that. Delicately, we don't want to crush our shrimps, we want to be very nice with them. Keep that aside. Okay, we're going to go back here, those. Same thing with our other batch here. Voila. Did I season? I'm not sure. A bit more, it won't hurt. Okay. So now I'm ready. One last thing to do is I need to chop my herbs to mix with the Macedoine. I always chop the herbs at the end when I'm ready. If I chop them too early, they're just going to bruise on me, they're going to lose their nice color, and this is something really I don't like with herbs. If I have herbs in a dish, I want to make sure they're nice and bright and green and with a lot of flavor. And to achieve that, you need to wait the last moment to use them. Always make sure also to wash your herbs, unless you're sure that there is no sand or anything like that into them. Okay. Mix all that. So I'm ready to plate now. I'm going to take a plate. I'm going to show you two different kind of presentation for that dish. I'm going to Last thing before plating, our avocado. I'm going to peel it. Very easy technique. Cut it in half this way. Then with my knife here, I'm gonna make a cut with it just like that. Be very careful and twist it. And the pit should just come out of it. Okay? Then you take a large spoon and you're going to release the avocado this way from its skin. Like that. Now I'm going to cut the avocado Now I'm going to make very thin slice with my avocado. Very thin slice. And I'm trying to keep the avocado all together here. I don't want avocado all over my cutting board, because then it won't be practical at all and it'll be very messy. Same thing with the other one. And we keep that aside. So now I have my plate. I have a ring mold. I'm going to put that in the center of the plate. I make sure I'm in the center. I'm not offside here. Just in the center. And I'm going to put my Macedoine into it, coming 2/3 up to the top. I'm going to apply a little pressure to pack everything together, but I don't want to be brutal, gentle. No need to put too much pressure on it. You will just crush everything. Just a little bit so it all nicely together. Then I'm going to take some of my avocado and I'm going to go around this way here. When I get to the last one here, I'm just going to help myself with a knife to lift it up so I can slide the avocado nicely under it. I have 2 little pieces that's going to go right in the center here. A little salt, a little pepper, and a tiny squeeze of lime. Just a little squeeze of lime. So the lime wasn't on the board. If you have some, good. If you don't, it'll be okay. So now I take my shrimp, and this is why it was very important to keep them separate, the two here. You see why? Because now I'm going to take the shrimps, and I'm going to go around here like that, in a circle, and I want to make sure that all the tails here go the same way. That's going to allow me for a much better presentation. Like that. And this way. See, they're all going the same way. Now you remove your ring mold. And I'm going to take some leftover here of my sauce that I had earlier. And I'm going to do little dots like that on the plate. All around. I'm going to make sure my plate is nice and clean. So now I'm going to use that skewer, or you could use also the tip of a knife, and I'm going to go all around like that to create a nice little pattern. Like that. And to finish it, I'm going to take some of that lettuce and I'm going to make a little bouquet with it, like that, where I put all the leaves together. You want to make sure that your leaves are nice and fresh. It needs to be a beautiful lettuce, or they're not going to hold well together. as you're trying to make that bouquet. Huh? Now I'm grabbing it all together like that. Whoops. And I'm going to put that right into the center here of my plate to create that beautiful little bouquet. Now the other way you could present that is you take a plate, you take your avocado here, and you'll see here why it was very important to keep them tied together as I was cutting them. And now what I'm going to do with my hands, I'm going to shape it like a horseshoe. Kind of. Just like that, see? Here. And inside here, I'm going to put my Macedoine of vegetable. Just like that. I'm going to take my shrimps. And now here I'm going to do something different with the shrimp. I'm going to put one this way here, take another one from here, put it like that, and keep going. Oops. And this is another way you could present your salad. You could also use some of the leaves here and put them nicely from the lettuce. Put them inside where you want to decorate a little bit. Make it look nice. If you want, you also can do a little bit more of a chopped parsley on top of it. This is up to you. So now I'm going to take also here a little bit of my sauce. And to season the avocado, which is not seasoned now, I'm going to put a little bit of the sauce right here. And I'm going to make that nice little I'm going to put my sauce right here. Clean the spoon, the back of the spoon a little bit, and then I'm going to draw like that nice little line here that people like nowadays. And here it is. This is how you make your Macedoine of vegetable with some shrimp and avocado. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that class. Let me know. Press the like button. Comment. Subscribe if you didn't. And I see you next class. Thank you. Bye-bye.